been known to cloud the minds of men, but I live by a set of immalleable principles.
And in that world, your villains can be unapologetically villainous, you know, and at the same time, the threat will never be more than temporary because good is always going to win.
That time-based, but not in this day
Batman's
and age.
interaction with the villains is so unique in this version of the character. He's not just trying to take them down and put him in jail. He is a deep interest in reforming them as well, which I always get a kick out of.
We could have a lot of fun. What do you say?
I say, renounce your evil ways, Catwoman.
Regardless of what they do, he always believes that he can show them the light, that he can put them on the path to righteousness.
Even the most vile, depraved, and amoral villain is capable of redemption.
Gee, thanks, Batman.
One of the things that makes Batman so appealing is that he has some of the world-class villains in all of fiction. The actors playing these characters are oftentimes fans of the characters.
I can't even believe that this happened, you know, because I feel like I'm on the band side always. So to be a performer, and it's pretty cool.
Surreal is really a good way to put it. I had the t-shirt, I had the cape, we're all running around the neighborhood, and now I'm the Riddler. Oh my gosh, dreams come true.
The Riddler to Batman is kind of like his intellectual equal, at least he'd like to think he is. He isn't just trying to kill him, he wants to feel superior to him, and then kill him. One of the most important things was you know, just being clear with the tone of the project. It's sort of a more humorous take on Batman, but at the same time, characters aren't cracking jokes. You know, there aren't, you know, the typical like sitcom jokes. The humor comes from people taking silly situations seriously.
It is patently preposterous, you pretentious poser.
When something is that silly, you gotta play the stakes like they're life and death. When that pomposity gets punctured, that's part of the humor. And if you don't take it seriously, if you're nudging and winking the audience, then that pomposity isn't there.
So it can be as ridiculous as you want to be, but as long as you take that completely seriously, then it's going to be funny. The indignity of it all.
The Penguin kind of fancies himself as the creme de la creme. He thinks he's better than people, even though he's kind of viewed as unattractive. But in his mind, he thinks he looks great, and he's kind of the Emperor Penguin in that he likes to flaunt his style.
Great quivering jellyfish, the dynamic dunderheads.
I don't think the Cape Crusader is afraid of the Penguin.
Not necessarily.
I think he finds him more of a bemusing annoyance. I think Penguin takes himself far seriously than Batman takes him. So Penguin to Batman is like that piece of hair you keep sticking down that pops back up.
Yep, that's right.
Our most perfect plan ever. Oh, the Liba!
The four villains working together can cause a lot of havoc.
They try to come together so that they're more than the sum of their parts.
The concept of a villain team-up is always a big deal in the comic books themselves. And it's just fun to see the odds increased against Batman and Robin by having them be outnumbered by criminal geniuses.
With a little help from our friends.
Because they're villains, they're egotistical and they have a selfish worldview, and so Penguin thinks he's going to put one over on Joker, and Joker thinks he's going to put one over on Penguin.
Treachery.
Bit of a cross shoulder.
They're always sort of in it for themselves.
Greedy.
Oh, ghetto boys.
Watching new actors reinterpret, classic characters is fun because you can see the joy of their performance. You can see how much these characters meant to them, and them putting their own little spins on it is fun and adding to the lore of Batman.
Oh, you dare defy us? You must be insane. And here's the proof.
When playing a part like the Joker, you kind of look at all of them, whether it's the Jokers in the movies or, in the animated cartoons through the years, there's always a bit of this uncontrolled insanity that you feel this character has. So, and we all get to bring something of maybe of our own personality to it.
How delicious!
wishes. I've always wanted to rule from the stars.
A lot of the Batman villains each have their own individual sense of style, but with Joker, he's got a flair that a lot of the Batman villains have, but he in particular, he's more than just a clown. He's kind of debonair, which contrasts with his need to play practical jokes on people and deadly jokes.
You will be gentle with me, Batman.
You have my assurance I will handle you personally.
Catwoman kind of represents Batman's better half in that there's a love attraction between them. They're kind of opposites that are attracting.
The dominatrix of deviltry.
Catwoman needs no introduction.
Catwoman, just makes me quiver.
She's a whole person. That's what I love about Catwoman. She's up to no good.
Julie has a rhythm. She has a characterization that she's brought to Catwoman. She has a truly kind of kooky, evil, kind of cute, sexy, all of these things put together in one. And you really never know what Julie's about to say or do.
Amazing.
These characters are so iconic, they're so well-defined yet flexible that people want to see them together, regardless of who's playing them. And when you have a tone where we're asking for broadness, it's really hard to go wrong.
It's just wicked enough. It makes you want more.
To be a fan of the show, then to be thought about, to be a part of this in some way, wow, it just was incredible.
Peggy?
I love this world. I love this particular version of Batman. And there's unlimited amounts of stories that we can do with this particular version of Batman.
Sweet dreams, my comatose cosmonauts.
The genie's now out of the bottle. The sky really literally is not even the limit. I mean, the sky's only part of the limit. Space, other dimensions, that's the limit. Who knows? I mean, we're only limited by our imagination, so. But I'm liking where this is going.